It's almost time to head back to town. Whoa, harpies. And neckers.
How many more can there be?
They don't seem too bad, although if there's a bunch of them, I'm sure it would complicate matters. Hey, where's my sword? Oh! What do harpies get for drops anyway, I wonder? Let's see. Ooh, a lot. I thought it said happy saliva. So it looks like there's still some neckers out here, so I'll be fighting neckers and wraiths. Harpies. Oop.
Take that.
I bet this is the way to... Oh, there's something up there. I bet this is the way you get to the harpy's nest. Alright, the sun's starting to come up according to my little thing over there, so I'm going to head back. See what's going on during the day in that new area of town. Looks like there's a bunch of merchants. Aren't there merchants or something? Alright, I'll go check on the arm wrestlers first, I guess. Okay, these guys are open at least.
My pentacles intrigue you?
Indeed. I'd like to see them.
Let's start with introductions then. I'm Felicia Corey, and you're Geralt of Rivia. Why the surprised face? I heard about you in school. Whether you like it or not, you're a hero of contemporary history. And of the love stories we read beneath our blankets.
You studied at Aretusa?
Yes, though I'm still to finish my potion and fetish internship, which is why I'm here.
And you're doing it under Philippa Eilhart's watchful eye. Any way I can help you?
Help from a hero of our readers? Now that's drawing on sources for real. I'd be grateful. The locals are reluctant to buy magic items, and I really need to pass.
Let's see what I can do.
Alright, well, I got a bunch of books, so let's read them all. I spent most of my money on them. The legendary accursed. The Drog is a mythical creature, issuing straight from ancient legends of heroes and their epic deeds. When your hero descends into a fiery hell to rescue his beloved, or when he seeks to avenge his father's death, the Drog is often his opponent. Why are poets so keen to cast this monster as the arch-enemy? Well, as a wraith, the Drog fits well into any dark story of a curse or vengeance from the world beyond. Described variously, always as terrifying, its true appearance remains unknown. It is a powerful creature, a prince of the damned, thus making an ideal villain. I fought a Drog in Chapter 1, and it disappeared before I could defeat it. The Immortelle, or the Dwarven Herb. The Dwarven Immortelle is called the Devil's Tail by the dwarves themselves, and Fain Ekar, that is the sun's blood, by the elves. The plant has powerful medicinal properties, but is relatively unknown and extremely rare. According to elven legend, an archer once managed to pierce the sun with an arrow. The sun's blood dripped from the sky, sinking into the ground so deeply that it penetrated ancient hollows in the rock. This herb may today be found in places where the blood settled. That account may or may not be apocryphal, but it is a fact that the immortelle is sought after as an ingredient for antidotes and beauty elixirs. It grows in caves and old mines, for it does not require sunlight, and that's why it is described as dwarven. Alright, the conjunction of the spheres. There are scores of learned works, dissertations, and treatises about this magical cataclysm from about 1,500 years ago. Because of this event, creatures never seen before entered our world, and still do not have their own ecological niche here. Among others, graveyears and ghouls are relics of this permeation of the spheres, though elven tradition has it that we, humans, are also newcomers from that time. The sorcerers claim that time humanity received both the wondrous gift and the terrible curse that they considered to be magic at that time. Slaves of the curse. Drogs are commanders, and Drogears are their wraith soldiers. A Drog calls Drogears into existence on battlefields or in cemeteries by the sheer force of his will. Like the Drog himself, these minions arise from damned souls trapped within shells formed by the remnants of arms, armor, war machines, and corpses that were torn apart by scavengers. Of trolls and trolling. According to legend, trolls were born of the earth and their body is made of rock. They fear and despise sunlight, which kills them by turning them into inanimate stone. So they only prowl at night. So much for legends. What is the reality? Well, as always, the truth is far more mundane. Trolls are living creatures like you and me, and they prefer day to night. For they are so clumsy they stumble over stones in the dark, spilling the vodka they cherish so much. Their skin is indeed hard as stone, but beneath it there are muscles and a heart that pumps blood. Given that they bleed, they can be killed. Lure of the Temptress. The succubus, often mistakenly believed to be a higher vampire, is a post-conjunction creature, therefore a visitor from another world trapped in our reality. The beast has the form of a comely female with hooves instead of feet. However, her partial animal appearance has no meaning for the youth the monster entices like a consummate temptress. Those seduced by a succubus lose their heads as if it was a woman, and the beast accepts all attentions, leading the young men to ruin, draining their life force. One seduced by a succubus becomes melancholic, loses appetite and all interest in the world. Bereft of strength, he moons around with a pale face and sighs heavily. He also reeks of sulfur, as the smell permeates him when he mates with the beastie. To cure him of this fatal addiction, one should acquaint him with pleasant dowered lassies and treat him to cold decoctions. Alright, we still got some more. How to kill a bulvor. The bulvor can be compared to a heap of muscles contained within a flexible yet durable hide. It has the head of a buffalo, yet its mouth is filled with sharp teeth, perfectly suited to rending flesh. Bulvors are post-conjunction beasts. Visible marks of the chaos include the creature's horns and the vestigial, largely immovable limbs that cover its body. Gargoyles, gutters, and splutters. Maintenance and repairs. Theorists of magic still argue about how gargoyles should be classified. This author favors a school which claims they are a type of golem. For gargoyles are nothing more than fancy sculptures brought to life by magic in order to perform menial duties. They can complete only the most rudimentary tasks, so they are often found guarding a territory, even if their creator turned to dust long ago. He who seeks to deactivate the creatures permanently must first locate the place from which they are controlled. Once there, he extinguished the magic runes that control the construct's will. Bruxa. The Bruxa is a higher vampire, that is, a post-conjunction creature, an intruder in our world. She assumes the form of a beautiful woman, then turns terrifying when she grows hungry and attacks. As befits a vampire, the Bruxa drinks blood. The victim of a Bruxa is often both her lover and her chief source of sustenance. Beings of the element of Earth. The Earth Elemental is the younger brother of the legendary Tao, the genie capable of creating earthquakes and flattening mountains. Younger means less powerful, but also more mischievous, felling trees, toppling the walls of buildings, and crushing people into a pulp number among his creatures' pranks. Of course, it performs only those its master wishes it to. The Rudiments of Pathomorphology by Milo Vanderbeck. The world should finally understand that examining the dead can save the living. We owe the dead respect, that is true, and that is exactly why such examinations should only be done by doctors or students under the watchful eyes of their professors. In further sections of this work, I describe how a respectful dissection should be conducted, and what tools should be used to reach the truth with proper respect for the deceased. And then that's it. Alright.